Okay. Let's turn the lighting down a bit because we don't need it that bright. The fringe is definitely growing in now. I feel like about a month ago it was like up here, so I'm starting to get more curls. Or it could be the product I'm using. I'm using Umberto Giannini Curl Jelly Refresh spray. It's nice. Today we're going to put this on the face, the L'Oreal Hyalauron Expert with an SPF of 20. This is another nice product. I'm sure it's not the nicest day cream you'll ever get though. I've got a spot coming here. And again, I used the Garnier Vitamin C yesterday, didn't I? I don't know if it's linked or if I'm just really hormonal. Hello, Melody. Have you gone? Get a bit on the forehead. Right, and that's that done. Have I? Did I put all my stuff away? I don't think I did. I don't know where the crate is then. Thank you, Melody. Where's that crate I was using yesterday? Full of all my... Oh, it's right back there. I've not switched things out yet, so I need to do that. Because I'm making a point of not using the same things over and over. Apart from the things that I need to be using over and over. Right, so this is one of them. So let's get this under the eyes. I'm just going to take what's on the doe foot onto my finger. I think that'll do. Right, this I've finished with, so let's just stick that in the drawer until the project pan needs to be updated. I don't think I'm using that highlight today, but the blush I used yesterday, I think I'm just going to use it by itself, which is the Rare Beauty. Yeah, it's the Rare Beauty one in the shade Happy. So what highlighter shall I use then? Actually, I think what I want to do, I don't know what look I'm going for, so we'll take the blusher out as and when I need it. I think I need to figure out what foundation I want to use. Shall we do the Catrice? I've not used that in a little while. So the Catrice True Skin, so we'll use that. And then I think for the most part, everything in this little basket here I want to use. The eyeshadow palette is in the drawer, so I'll get that in a second. So this is the Essence Glow Glow Go. It's really nice if you like a glowy complexion, which we all know I do. Get that behind the ears. Then just rub it in. Like the heat of your fingers will help to rub it in. You don't need a brush or a sponge, but you can actually use a brush or a sponge if you want. I don't know. I'm just showing you how I do my makeup. And then, right, let's put this back here. And now let's go in with the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation with Hyaluronic Acid. My shade is 002 Neutral Ivory. Get the sponge. And again, you can use a brush for this. You don't necessarily have to follow what I do. But I've always found sponges are better. And yes, a lot of people say, oh, but sponges soak up the product. You can just put more product on, you know. And then people will say, yeah, but you're wasting product by doing that. I've got enough foundation to have to worry about what I'm wasting. I mean, just in my Shop My Stash this month, there's 3 foundations out that I want to get use on. Just make sure you blend it down the neck. Otherwise, you're going to be looking very light here. I mean, this foundation is really light anyway. It's practically my skin tone, which is what you want from a foundation. And then you can bronze up and add colour to your face later. Just bouncing it off the face and on the ears. I don't really necessarily have to do my ears because I don't tie my hair up at the moment. I do think this Catrice foundation is probably one of the best at the drugstore. Oh, I actually brought some out for the forehead. Never mind. Just make sure you've got it all on the head. And then I tend to go in with the other side and just really pounce it off where I've put the foundation or the skin tint, whatever you're using. If you're using skin tint, you don't even have to have a sponge. You can just go in with your hands because your hands will warm up the product. Hi from the UK. Hi, Razor. I'm from the UK too. What part of the UK do you live in? I'm interested whenever I hear that people are from the UK. I'm always interested in where they live. Not the specific place, but like, oh, it's a bit cracked. Right, so this is the concealer that I'm using, or trying to use up. It's the Body Collection in the shade Fur. I still don't know. I've still not taken the cap out, so it is going to last quite a bit longer. I'm going to put some Technique Plumping Lip Oil on first and let this kind of set in a little bit. Now we'll blend it out. How's it looking? Yeah, not too bad. There's definitely better to be done as well. I want to use that one up first, and I've got 2 others. So, like, concealers are definitely, because I'm on this no bite, they're definitely 1 in, 1 out. If I had no concealer, I would say to myself, well, can you make do with not having a concealer till November? And I probably could, you know, because I've got a couple of eye brighteners. Well, one's an eye brightener and one is another product that I use as an eye brightener. And yeah, I would probably just leave it. Where's that spray I want to use? Not that one. Oh, it's around the back there. Oh, I forgot to use this today. I wanted to use this. It's like a pore minimizer spray. Never mind. It's always tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just going to put some of the Face Facts spray on this side where it's not as, you know, kind of wet from the foundation. And this kind of makes it, it's just like adding skincare to your foundation. Makes it glowy, as you can see. I mean, I needed no help of adding a glow, did I? Because we already had that glow from the Essence Glow Glow Go. Okay, I think we're done with that sponge. Really needs washing. And I think I'm going to try and put this in my basket so I can see, oh, there it is, just so I can see what I've got to play with when I'm doing these live Get Ready With Me's, because I just don't want to be using the same products, you know. If I had it my way, I'd show you different eyeshadow palettes, and I may still do that, but obviously I've got all the Shop My Stash and Project Pan products to use as well, so need to keep on track with that. Hi Tammy, fancy seeing you here. Right, powder then. So I'm going to go in with, you know, the usual, because it's in Shop My Stash, Collection Hydra Setting Powder. I do have more than 1 powder in my collection. It's absolutely astonishing how many powders I've got, considering I don't use it all over the face as well. Something there. I have exactly 2 powders. Have you tried the Huda one, Tammy? I want to try their pink powder. Just going to put... I don't know why my mum's calling me when she knows I'm in a live. She knows I can't answer. Yeah, I think it's called Cherry Blossom or something like that. I want to try that with my friend Michelle, who's also a content creator, she said, oh, it stinks. She got a little travel size, which I wanted to get a travel size of the Cherry Blossom or whatever it's called. And she said it really smells, I don't like it. But you can get an unscented one, but that's of the bigger one. Normally scents, I mean, scents do bother me a little bit, but she's saying it's really, really strong. So I'll need to go into Boots and just see how strong that scent is. I mean, for a little thing like that, it's £19. So I might just stick with either Revolution or Lottie London. Like, they both do one. And I'm not going to get it yet anyway, I don't think. I don't tend to use powder, I just have the two in case I ever needed it for something. I just tend to put it in like my T-zone. I don't like to remove the glow from here. And I know you can add glow back by using highlighter and whatnot, but it's really not the same. So I don't tend to use it there. I think though, when I run out of all these powders, which is going to take me a long time, I've got a lot of powder, I'll definitely only be buying one at a time. Bronzer. Okay, so usual e.l.f. Putty bronzer for this. And in a sense, I like using the same products because, as you can see, fly, go away. As you can see, I'm really getting into it. You know, I've hit pan on that. I don't know, I mean, I like this, but I don't know if I'll buy it again. Then up here, and then we're going to blend that out. For someone for as fair skin as me, I like a natural bronze. Do you know how you see some girls like really contoured to the high heavens? Well, that's not me. I don't contour at all. I've got contour powders, even in like the Revolution palette I use for the setting powder. There's contour powders in that, but I don't tend to use it. Same, I like natural bronzer. Just kind of like, I mean, I wouldn't look like this anyway if I went out in the sun. But the point is, Tammy, I don't go out in the sun. This is why you get these women on here that say, now this is my summer they're like this. Now this is my summer foundation and this is my winter foundation. And I'm like, what? I have one colour all year round. I'm so glad I do as well. It would cost me a bloody fortune. Okay, that's good. Buying 2 shades of the same foundation for literally all year, like a summer and a winter, I think not. Same girl, I have one colour all year round. Us pale girls have to stick together, don't we? Right. So again, this bronzer that I'm working on, this Tanya Burr one, I think I'm going to take it out because every time I use it, I have a feeling it's going to just go into the blush. I mean, it's a huge pan. I don't know the size of it, but I'm just going in with this brush. Yeah, I don't know the size of it, but I want to use it up. And I thought to myself, oh, that's way too much. And I thought to myself, shall I leave this magnetic palette in another month? I don't know if I'm going to. But I do want to get use out of it. I've got about, I think about 2-3 weeks until I next shop my stash. What I need to do, basically I took my Snow White and Alice in Wonderland palette apart yesterday and I put them in the respective palettes. A lot of them were singles from Pastel Roses, and I've got a palette full of Pastel Roses singles along with other singles, and literally there's one shade out of a Colourpop palette. I don't know which palette I pulled it out of. It's yellow, and I'm thinking, right, so that's not come out of the Her Honey palette. I thought it maybe have come out of the Limoncello palette. It hasn't. The yellow's in that palette. So it's a bigger pan as well. Do you know, like when they started doing bigger pan palettes like this? If you can think, Tammy, of a yellow, it's like this one. If you can think, has it come out of here? Yeah, I think it's come out of here. Right, it doesn't matter. Serenade, because it's got yellow in it there. I thought it hadn't. I thought this one here was a matte, but I don't think it is. Right, so I know where that's going back now. So I answered my own question. So that needs to go back there tonight when I get back from my mum's. Have I done? Yeah. Okay, I think we're going warm toned, so I think these two blushes here. Right, let's put that bronzer back. Because I want to use the BH Cosmetics Love in London palette again, and I want to do a bronze eye. I think I could change my mind when I get there. Blush brush. I'd never thought to use a brush that size. And that pink is literally, there's nothing coming off onto my hand. It's just stained from the blusher that I used yesterday. I was actually going to use the Rare Beauty by itself, but I don't think it will. Do you notice, check if there's any shimmer? Because I've not noticed any shimmer in mine at all. Let's have a look at it. Not seeing anything. I mean, it's like a satin blush, I would say, but I'm not actually seeing this. I'm not seeing anything. But I'm not using that today anyway. Can put that back. Get it back in the drawer before you drop it, Andy. Right, so let's just go into, I think this is Rocker Chair by Benefit. I don't know what this one is. I want to say Gold Rush, but let's just go into these two and make it as neutral as we can get it. I have been using this palette a lot. Okay, no worries, Tammy. I'm not going anywhere yet. Yeah, I've been using this blusher a lot. Not this blush, well, these two blushes I've been using the most, actually. So I have been using them a lot. I'd say easily 3 or 4 times up to this point. Shall we just use the highlighter that's in the palette as well? Just so, lots of highlighter came off this. Well, I don't want what's on it. Right. We're going in with this pinky highlighter from Primark. with this fluffy eyeshadow brush. You can use whatever brushes you want, guys, as well. Whatever works for you. And we're going to blend that out. I feel like there's too much going on the nose though. And then I'm going to put the finishing powder on that I always use. That's in Project Pan. And then we'll make a start on the eyes. Hey, it's going quite quickly. 25 minutes. So, Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit in Universe. It's a couple of years old at this point. So I'm just using the finishing powder up. Next year I think I'm going to pull it out to try and use the blushers and bronzer, and there's a highlighter in here as well. Be nice just to finish the entire palette up. I'm just trying to see if there's any kind of glitter reflect in that blush I've just swatched by Rare Beauty. I'm not seeing it. But like when it's swatched at the end there, I can see a bit of gold. So maybe there is a little bit of a gold shimmer. But on my cheeks when I swatch it, or not swatch it, but when I put it on, I've never noticed anything. But sometimes I do use it as a topper, so I need to use it a bit more just as a standalone. Okay, setting spray. It's got a bit of this on. It's a Technique Glow Setter. The only one I'm using at the moment. I think it's the only one I've got in my collection. But it should last me a few more months. It's here. So yeah. Right. Primers. So, onto the eyes. The best part. Hey, Michelle. How are you? Right. I'm going to put some of this Prime View on. I really don't think there's much left of this. I don't know if I'll finish it by the end of the month. Good enough, won't complain. Well, that's good. Nice to see you today. And you, Michelle. Always nice to see you. And you've come just at the right time. Eyeshadow application. What's your favourite thing to see on a content creator? What is the favourite thing that you like to watch? Do you know when they're applying makeup? This is definitely my favourite thing. And blusher. I love watching eyeshadow the most. Yeah, because I always say this. Like, I couldn't go out looking like I am now. It's like blank canvas. It suddenly comes to life, doesn't it, when you've got a bit of eyeshadow on. Even if you've not got a lot, even if you've just got like a contour in the crease and then an all or of a shimmer, that makes such difference, and paired with mascara as well. Yeah, I do like that. Right, let me go in with this Revolution. Very beaten up, it's broken. Contour palette just for this setting powder here. I used to always go a blank canvas until I learned eyeshadow a few years ago. I mean, to be honest, I've not, like, when you look down at it, I've not actually been doing makeup that long. Like, I started my channel, I think in 2015. Started it, then went off it, because I was going through a really bad time with my ex-husband. We obviously got divorced. And then I created this blog. Really enjoyed that. So I was on there for like 3.5 years. Then I thought to myself, I really miss YouTube. Somebody sent me a message saying that they've missed my content, and I'm like, I really miss YouTube. So I came back on, then went off again because my mum got sick, and then came back on again, and I've never left. Right, sorry. Wow, I didn't realise back in 2015. So glad you came back. Thank you. In fact, I can't even remember I'm sure it was then. I'm sure it was 2015. I never celebrate anniversaries. You know, because I mean, at the end of the day, I don't see, like, when I initially started the channel, I don't really see it. Because I went off, and then I came back all those years later. I had no intention of coming back to the channel, but I didn't delete it. And all the subscribers, I mean, I had like 300 subscribers at the time, I think, or just over 300. They were still there, and they were still commenting, still watching the videos all those years later. And I just thought, you know, there might not be a lot of subscribers, but obviously they want to watch. And it's steadily growing, considering I was actually thinking about leaving. You know, I was thinking realistically about leaving in February, and I was just like, I'm not doing so great. The lives are what are keeping me around, I think, because people tend to watch the lives afterwards as well. So yeah, you might see me beyond February, Michelle. So that is when I started too, but it was in the Louis Vuitton section. I'm surprised I didn't come across your channel. I used to love bags back then, but there was more like Michael Kors and things like that, and Calvin Klein. They wasn't as up there as Louis Vuitton. I would love a Louis Vuitton bag. Don't think I'll ever get one. Same here, because I was off for like 4 years, yeah. I came back off, my subscribers asking me back too, but then I left them hanging because I stopped doing LV videos, lol. I only had like one Dooney and Burke video. I'm watching someone called Frances, Happiness Sparkles, and she does a lot of those Dooney and Burke videos. Is it Dooney and Burke or Dooney and Burke? I don't know. Is it B-O-U-I-K-E or is it B-U-R-K-E? I'd never actually come across that brand of bag before. Not sure I say it the first way. Okay. We can do that. Right, so I've prepped the eyes. Let's get the eyeshadow palette out. Let me show you this other eyeshadow palette out that I brought it out. If you've seen my Shop My Stash, you'll know which one it is. I brought it out to use. Maybe I'll do one look with it for a second chance someday, but I think it's going to get decluttered. So it's by Makeup Obsession. So they're like a little sister to Makeup Revolution, I believe. And it's very pastel leaning. Very me. For this time of year, it is very me. They just seem so chunky. Like, let me just swatch some of... Well, that one's alright. They're just really, really chunky. I do feel like I need to give it the benefit of the doubt, though. I feel like I need to do at least one look, maybe 2 looks with it. But I'm putting off using it. You know, I don't know if I'm going to do any more looks with that Snow White palette. Maybe a red look, because that is pushing me way out of my comfort zone. And I can't carry off red. I look like I've got pink eye or something. Today, BH Cosmetics Love in London. I am loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Kayla. Read the description is all I'm going to say to that. We do not need to see hate or negative messages over here. And people that do leave them will get deleted. It's as simple as that. It says it in my description, so I don't have time for any negativity over here. Thank you. Sorry, Michelle. Sorry, Tammy. I know you're watching. I hope you stick around. Oh, thank you. I think I will. We'll see how it goes. See how I feel in February. So I've said February because I started doing different content in February. I started doing Project Pan. Obviously, we've had the no buy in November that started. And we're going to see what next year brings. I think, you was asking me earlier, Tammy, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself on the strictest low buy when it comes to... It probably won't even be November because I may not need, who needs anything to do with makeup. I might buy a few things in the Black Friday sale. I normally tend to buy things in Black Friday sale and put them away for Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to do that this year. There's nothing that I really want out there and I've got so much stuff. But come December, I think what I'm going to do is put myself on the strictest budget. I thought maybe £100 for the entire year. So that's what, less than £10 a month. And just get myself one thing, like an eyeshadow palette or something like that. Because I don't want to be getting things left, right and centre that I don't need. I've got so many blushes, so many highlighters, every category you can think of except for brows, mascara. Can't think of anything else, but I've got way more than I need. So yeah, it's going to be the strictest low buy budget, and I could even do another no buy. I've seen people do constant no buys until they need a certain product, so I could even go down that route again if I wanted, but I might just do the low buy. Okay, I'm trying to go through my palettes too. Red is tricky. It really is tricky, isn't it? I reported Kayla and I am sorry for cussing her out. Did you? What did you say? Thanks for having my back, by the way, Michelle. I removed my comment. Good for you, Andy. I don't want it, you know, I don't want that kind of shit on my channel. I mean, people say, you know, things about my teeth. Is that all you can say? I've got epilepsy. I was on meds like syrup for 16 years, 17 years. They've stained my teeth. Is there anything I can do about it? Yes, I could spend thousands of dollars at a dentist. I've not got that kind of money. So if that's the only thing you can say about me, then I can live with that. It's just absolutely ridiculous, the trolls, and it's probably just kids anyway. Low buys. Low buy always... What? I can't speak. Low buy allows you to still get something but without going overboard. Plus continue to enjoy what you already have. Yeah, exactly. Found out today my husband lost his job, so now I am also on a major no buy now too. Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm really sorry for that. Yes, I told her to go to hell. Thank you. She's back. Kayla, just come off my channel, love. You know, you don't need to be here spreading hate and negativity. You're going to get reported to YouTube, and I'm going to delete you now, love, okay? Or I'm going to try to. Put user in timeout. I think, Kayla, you need a timeout, love. Okay, Kayla, you're going in a timeout for 24 hours. If you feel like you can come and have a decent conversation with us after that 24 hours, you're more than welcome to come back to the channel, okay? All right, bye for now. Oh, crap. Me putting her in timeout has deleted all the messages that you guys have sent to me. So I'll carry on with my makeup. And can you tell me what was said? I think Tracy said something like that last time. The thing is with this, right, when you do lives and as your channel grows, and I don't pretend to be, a big content creator. I'm not. But as your channel grows, you're going to get hate like that. And it's like it used to get to me, and I'm like, not really bothered. Say what you want to say, but I don't have to put up with it, do I? I don't have to listen to it. Oh, really? All the comments are gone. I can still see them, except Kayla are gone. I have specific words pre-blocked. How do you do that? Maybe you can give me a few tips on Instagram. Send me a message, Michelle. Right, so my BK Beauty brush is on the floor somewhere. I don't want to put that on. I've got loads of clean brushes. Why am I even using these dirty ones? Oh, sorry guys. My leg's hurting. Right, which one shall we go for? Not that, this one. In settings, click on the person's name or go into settings. I've put her on a timeout though, so I can't do that now. Right, I'm just going into shades here and I don't even know what I'm doing, so let's just take a second. Let's just breathe and not let that horrible person get to me. I think both of these two shades, Big Ben and Cheers. I will DM you on Instagram when I get it all worked out again, how to do it. Thank you, it would be much appreciated, because for some reason I tend to get a lot of hate. It's all about my teeth. It's like that's all I can think of. It's like, come back to me when you're perfect, because no one in this world is perfect. I would love to know, if they're older, I would love to know how they do their makeup. There's a lot of fallout in this palette. Big YouTubers also have words pre-blocked. Charlotte Holdcroft was just talking about this a few days ago. Oh, really? I've not watched Charlotte in quite a while. Maybe I should go and watch that video. what kind of words do you think I should? Obviously, I'll block what they're kind of using to try and get at me at. How could she come in though? How could she, like, I'm going back to Kayla again. How could that girl come in when I'd already kind of got rid of her once? And if you remember, like on the second time she came back, there was no picture. Right, I need to go in with that other Revolution palette. Her pre-block words, one is teeth, she said, because they always say that to her too. Right, so I can put that in. I mean, I can put hair colour in. All my life, all I've had is name calling about my hair. I don't mind now. I'm embracing the curls. I'm embracing the colour. They can say what they want about that. And a lot of these people, what they want the people that are bully, that they're kind of trying to bully. They want them just to come off YouTube. Do you really think that I've been on YouTube for that length of time? I'm just going to quit. I'm not. If I want to quit, I'll quit on my own terms, not on the fact that you're saying stupid things to me. Click on her name and then block her, but I don't think you can while live. I can't remember her last name. She'll probably come in again if I... It's hard, isn't it? Like, when you're trying to focus on a live, you don't really pay attention. Only to the subscribers that you've got. So yeah. We'll see what happens next. She's kind of blocked for 24 hours anyway. I put her in a timeout. I don't have kids, so I've never had to put anyone in a timeout. It's quite funny. I have been ridiculed too, but it says more about them, not about the ones they are talking about. That is so true. Look at, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, you can just see it, how much fallout there is. I think that might be because it's getting older. It's on the older side now. I want to use some shades I've not used yet. I've not used Lovely, so let's go in with that for the outer V. And I'm going in with the Jessup Beauty brush I've got. Yes, they get powdery when they get older. I really should probably declutter it, but while it's performing and it's not going patchy, I'm not going to do that because it's a really good palette. And I don't think you can get this one anymore. It's pretty hard getting BH Cosmetics at all. Got something here. Okay. I love those shades on you with your hair. Thank you. And your curls are stunningly gorgeous, by the way. I need to refresh it. I've just put some mousse in. But I need to refresh it. In fact, I'm just going to probably shower tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I had the cortisone steroid injection. And oh my gosh, Michelle, I was literally like this in the doctors. Oh! It's still stinging now, so hopefully I'll be able to have a nice long bath tomorrow and then go into the shower after and wash my hair. But I've also got this portable steamer. Let me show you what it looks like. And people have been, like with curly hair, people have been steaming the hair on the refresh days in between them washing it. So I got a new hairdryer. It's this is on my Embracing My Curls channel. I've not put it on this channel, just if you're interested. So it comes like that. It's very portable. It's got a water tank in it. If I can even get it open. Oh, whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. Anyway, it's got a water tank here. That's where you obviously fill the water. And then I think it's a bit wet. Need to dry it off. And then here is kind of, it's like the on-off switch. And then can you see? Oh, it's so good. Anyway, the whole point I got it is to refresh the curls when I'm not washing it, because obviously they get clumped together, and you don't want them to be like a clumpy, hot, tangly mess. So I've bought one of them. I don't know if it's going to work as well as what the other people, they use a proper steamer. And I'm going to see if it's going to work as much as that. If it doesn't work, like what I've seen, I'll just get a different one, you know, when I'm off my no-buy. I mean, I could get one now if I really, really wanted to, because it's not a makeup product, it's more skincare and hair care, but they are quite expensive. They're like £40. Anyway, I just thought I'd go on a tangent about that. Let's blend this brown out that I've just put in. I can't with needles, OMG. I don't even, I mean, I've got 4 tattoos, Michelle. That's the ridiculous thing about it. So sorry, but my husband wants to get out the house now after work. I must go now. Bye for now. That's fine. I'll speak to you soon. Yeah, this is blending out nice. It does look a bit patchy here. Let's try and go over that a little bit more. Yeah, I'll just tap that on there. Is this glitter glue in here? Or have I lost it forever? Maybe I put it away in the drawer. Oh no, it's there right in front of me. So, W7 Sparkle Stay. Hello, Jamie. Driving home from my aunt's house, but I'm here. I will be home in less than 10 minutes. I hope your aunt's doing okay. I know that you're looking after her. Probably have this makeup look done in 10 minutes anyway. It's a bit yucky. I need a wipe. Do we even have any wipes in here? No. Never mind. Right. Oh, my eyeliners, sorry. So let's put this one on first, the Ted Baker in black. We're going to tie line with this. Do you know what I think we should be able to do as content creators? We should be able to leave a comment in our own live chat to say to people that are coming in here, especially to leave hate and, you know, things like that, that it's not acceptable, that if they do it, they will be blocked and deleted and reported to YouTube. But you can't do it, so I'm having to put it in my description. I'm sure back in the day, a year or two ago, you was able to do it. But you can actually ask for someone to be one of your administrators, but that means that that person is obligated to do it for you, unless you ask like quite a few people who is in regular lives. It's just a responsibility that not many people are going to want to take on. And I actually don't mind for the most part in just dealing with it myself. And I will call them out on it as well. I won't just not say anything. Because if you don't say anything and they're saying something to you that is very negative or bullying, then they're getting away with it, aren't they? And I got bullied for nearly 5 years at high school, and I'm not going to put up with it on here as well. That's just a heads up to everyone that thinks that they can come here and say negative things to me. Oh, sorry, I'm going in with the Wayne Goss Essentials Eye Code pencil now. These are both Project Pan. I'll be your moderator. It's just a lot of responsibility, Jamie. Because, you know, you need to be in every live, and I'm doing them daily. It's a lot of responsibility for you, and you've got a lot of responsibility anyway, you know, with looking after your auntie. I wouldn't expect anyone to do that. But if you're on here anyway, watching, and you see negative comments, then by all means, you know, you can say something, report it. That's what Michelle did earlier, and I think, hang on a sec. I think Tammy also did it, and I did it as well. Put the person in a timeout. I don't want to be putting people in timeouts. I don't want to be blocking them. This is a fun space. But I also don't want to be taking negative, harassing comments. No one should have to deal with that, should they? What does that say? PI can't remove the comments though. I'm not understanding. Sorry, Jamie. Right. Let's go in with a shimmer. Where's the brush? I will use this one. Don't know which bit to use. Okay, I think it's this Queen that I wanted to use. This really golden one. And I do want to do a rosy look as well with these shades down here. But we'll do that another time. I'm trying to not use it too much. I'm trying to use other palettes that I've got in my Shop My Stash, and then use that a few days later. Very pretty. So again, this shade is called Queen. Taking it all the way. So I'm just blending out now. I'll blend that out, and then I think I'll try and make it more pigmented. With my ring finger, I like to go in, I like to place it with the brush, and then I like to go in with the ring finger. So let me show you the shade. It's very, very pigmented. Got some black stuff there. And then just press it on. So it's a bronze, but it's not too bronzy. It's almost like gold. It's a very warm toned eye look today. Whereas the first time I used it, it was very cool toned. And then obviously we did the blue look as well, which was nice. But I don't think it's really me. Right, I'm going in with this, I was going to say Revolution. Real Techniques 320 brush. And I use that for highlighter all the time. No, that's too dark. So I guess Lolly might not be there. Lolly's quite pink. Yeah, shall we try Lolly for something different? Normally I go in with this shade here, which is Cheeky. Now if Lolly, which is this shade here, it's quite rosy, quite pink. If Lolly is too dark, then what I'll do, I'll go over the top of it. Yeah, maybe with a bit of Cheeky as well. It's way too much, but never mind. Then, in fact, let's go in with a bit more of Queen to try and dull that down a bit. I'm still here in and out making supper, plus getting the slow cooker going for another meal ahead. No worries, nearly done now anyway. And thank you for still being here. I feel like it's been a negative live today. When I get comments like that, it really makes me feel like, ugh, yuck. I could really do with something to wipe my finger on. I don't think there's anything in here. Get one of these shadow shields. Oh, my wipe was just behind me. I mean, my sister would say just ignore it. And yeah, maybe I should, but 17 another level mascara. It's a very nice mascara, this. Not even for the price point, you know, it's just a nice mascara. Okay, lipstick. It's way over there. Oh, these are all my Project Pan lipsticks in here. So it's part of the lip service Project Pan that I'm doing. And I'm supposed to be using them 3 times each, but I've used other lipsticks as well from my collection, so most of them haven't been used 3 times each. I don't know whether to use this NYX Soft Matte lip cream, because I think this would go really nice with the look. Yeah, I think we're just going to use that. It was either a choice between that and that vinyl from Maybelline. So let's just go in with a bit of this. I think this will be the second time I've used it now. I love this kind of red though on me. Most people shy away from red, don't they? Not me, I mean, I used to. And I just love it now with like bronzy eye looks, green looks, yellow looks, orange looks, pretty much every eye look that I do. Apart from like certain looks, I don't think it would look good with purple and things like that. And like rose eyeshadows, I don't think it would look good with that. Anyhow, so far so good with the palette. Like I said, you know, I have done a few different looks now. I've done a cool eyeshadow look. I've done a blue one. I did actually put this on, this tea shade, with the London shade, but I haven't done that by itself. I think that would be interesting. Yeah, I really want to do like at least these 3 shades here. So we've got Lolly, and I know I've used it today in the inner corner, Biscuit, Prestige. Duchess scares me a little bit, I've got to admit, because really there's no cool eyeshadows in this palette to be using that Duchess with. So it would actually be, I mean, this is pretty cool, this Scone shade here, or Scone, however you pronounce it. But the rest, yeah, I'm not getting a good vibe to what I would create this with, to be honest. But maybe that's just my imagination. But yeah, we'll put this away for now, and I don't know what I'm going to use tomorrow. I mean, I've only got 3 palettes in there for a start, and one of them is just not giving me kind of good vibes. Maybe I should force myself to use it. We'll see. Join me for tomorrow, and we'll see which one I use. Depends on my mood as well, I think, what kind of look I want to go for. In fact, what do I have to do tomorrow? Tomorrow I have to go to the job centre. No, tomorrow I've got to go to my mum's. She wants me to help her with something to take to the doctors. So I've got to do that in like early afternoon. And then later on I've got to go to the job centre and do what I've got to do there. So obviously I can do a live later on, like 9 o'clock, which I'll do. So it'll be slightly earlier tomorrow, hopefully. It wasn't early today, it was like 9:45, I think, at the time. Just purely because I needed my phone to charge up, and also I was watching Tammy's live. I'm like, yes, go Tammy, doing the live. Anyway, I've been talking on here for 70 minutes now. Ridiculous. I'm gonna go, and I'll see you all tomorrow for tomorrow's live. This is a look. It's a bit dark down here. I like it though. I think it's nice. Let's just, because I don't like it. For me personally, I don't like it. Blend that out. That seems to have worked. Yeah, there. Done. Love this look, Andy. Oh, thank you, Tammy, and thank you for being here. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at around 9 PM UK time, I should imagine. And thank you all for joining. Thank you for all the lovely comments. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.